Hi, I am going to show you how to start from the beginning to do the authorization and the stitching step by step. Now I have created 4 nodes on exogenous that will work as the rack servers and the controllers. Uh, let's go to the nodes. So first we deploy React server. So on those follows, I have already installed those Java libraries and compiled the CCC code, and I also put the Docker images, so we can just run those commands to start the container. The first node will be used as a React server. Okay, now this node is done. Uh, Next, this for the second node, we will use it as the SDX controller. So we first get the React IP address of this node. Uh, oh. So the React IP address is 1. Yeah, we also set the rack IP address in other nodes as well. Okay, we log on to the node again. Then we deploy safe server on those nodes. So the second node will be used as SDX controller, and the third node will be used as authority, and the last node will be used as the client controller. So on these 3 nodes, we all need to start a safe server. Then we run the SDN controller on the SDX node. Next, we deploy the code on those virtual machines. We have already done this step in preparation. So next, we are going to create a XDX slice. So we go to the directory. We need to modify the configuration file first. Fast slice name cfk sshk genie file safe server is localhost, but the Plexus server IP address should be public IP address of this node. Let me check. So this public IP address is this one. We need to use a public IP address for Plexus controller because this address will be used by the switches, so they need to connect to the controller. Okay. We can also have one router in the slice. Also, the server need to listen at 000 address because clients are on other hosts. So that's the configuration file. I also need to generate SSHK and copy my Genie pen file here. Yeah, we do the same for the other nodes. Oh, this one is not necessary. Okay, now we can create the exogenous SDX nice. So next we can create an client. Oh, we go to next step. We deploy authorities on the third node. We have already started safe server, and the second step is make delegations to client. We will go to this step later. Next we work on the client. First, we generate a safe key pair for the client. We set the key pair name to Alice. Then we generate a key pair for her. We try to get the principal ID. Okay, it seems that the safe server is ready, so we can echo the result and get the principal ID. Now we get the principal ID. Next step, we need to initialize safe sets for the new key pair. This step is important. Last time I forgot to do it, and this resulted in authorization failures. Oh, I think we failed to set the uh, IP address of the React server, so we need to do it here. Oh, it's successful on this node. It seems that we got some errors here. Connection refused. We restart. We need to restart safe on this node. Uh, oh, there is no D option, I think. There is. Let me delete this nice and try to create it again. Now we can try to initialize the safe sets for the client again. Okay, it works this time. Next, we have the authorizations make delegation to the client. here. Save user key hash. Safe server is localhost. It's nice name. Client 1. Then we copy those lines to the client. Okay. Seems that we have some error at the client at the SDX server side again. So this is when it try to get the principal ID. So the problem is still with the safe server. So we log on to the container node to see what happens. There is a safe server running here. Let me kill the safe server and run it again. Yeah, seems that the safe server is active again now. So oh, I forgot to modify this configuration. The server instance should be set to false because we are using Safe server and Plex server on the local host. So that's maybe the problem. Uh, so we need to delete the slice again. And then create the slice. While we are waiting for the SDX slice, we can also create a client slice now. We modify a client configuration file. The slice name is client1, as we made a delegation to slice1. The key is Alice. The Safe server is localhost. The server URL should be this IP address. This one is 42. The site, we created the SDX on TMU. We can try to create a client slice on UH. The SDX slice is active now. But it might be get stuck when it installs the software. So we can log on to the node. No. Okay, now the SDX slice is ready. So next we can start the SDX server. Now the server has started. while we are waiting for the client slice to be ready, I want to show you that we can actually fetch the contents in the safe sets. So for example, when the authority make delegations, we can check the log. It is SDX simple log. For example, when the post user echo, entry in this message, we can get the token for the user echo safe stats. We can get this token, and to get the safe stats, we need a command. Let me paste it here first. We can use this command. We need to set the rack IP. And the token. We can see that the user starting from 16 has been added to the user echo entry. So that's how we can fetch the safe sets. So it's possible that the UH rack is not working now, so we delete this nice and try to create one on KMU. Okay, the slice is active now. Okay, it's done. Then we can try to stitch to SDX slice. think the node name is oh, I think it's C. The node name is C node 1, so we don't need to change anything. See, we can see that here the authorization is has passed. The stitching request is authorized. So now it's performing authorization process. So I think possible when the authorization fails, possible causes are that the first, it might be possible that the React IP address of those safe servers are not set correctly. On the authorization node and the client node, we are able to see to tell if the React server IP address is set correctly by checking the safe token. When we make a safe authorization or initialize the safe sets, it will print tokens. So this way we can when we see the tokens, then the rack server is set correctly. But by the safe server here at SDX, we cannot really tell. So if it went wrong, we can manually log on to the node and check if the rack IP address is set correctly. So it's in we first go to a home directory. It's in safe server, source, main, resources, application. We go look for the port number from the beginning. We will see this here. We can set the rack IP address here. We can check it in this way. First, we make sure that the rack IP address is set correctly. Second, we want to make sure that we have initialized safe sets for the client. Third, we want to make sure that for each line of output here, as the authority, we need to copy and paste and run the command to make delegations or to save the tokens. And after that, the stitching should be authorized. So that's all. Thank you. Hope this helps.